What is happening, people? It is Brian Alsruhe with NEVERsate.com, and welcome to today's video where I want to give you guys two of the most underrated, underappreciated, most game-changing exercises out there for your forearms, biceps, calves, and traps that almost no lifters are training seriously. Now, I'm not saying that you should stop doing your curls or your calf raises or your shrugs if they make you happy, but I am saying that if they're not getting the results that you want, then maybe one of these exercises will be the answer for you. But before we get into that, I do need to let you guys know that today's video is sponsored by some new products from the good people over at CALVES. Now, if you guys have watched the channel for any amount of time, you will have seen me promote these speakers because I use them all the time and I love them. And this is the same great speaker, except now you can get it in other colors. So still is loud, still has terrific sound quality. This thing's very durable. It is water resistant. It has a great battery life and is an awesome gift for yourself or someone else for under $80 this holiday season. Guys, I use these things all the time. Now, since I've been working with the company for a number of years, I have a lot of them. So they are scattered around my house, and whether I'm doing the dishes, taking a shower, chopping firewood, rolling out, whatever I'm doing, I always have one of these speakers near me listening to ebooks or podcasts or music or whatever the case may be. I absolutely love them and can't recommend them enough. So if you are interested, please visit the link down in the description box below to save yourself 68%. And I thank the good people over at CALVES so much for sponsoring another one of these videos. On to the exercises, and the first of which I want to talk to you guys about is the heavy loaded front carry. Now, the important word that I used there was heavy. So traditionally, a front carry is done with something like a sandbag or a keg or some other cumbersome object. However, that's not necessary because you can always grab a loading pin and throw a bunch of gym weight plates on it and you can do the same thing. However, when I say heavy, I actually mean heavy, which means don't use anything less than your body weight. Now, if you are not there yet, obviously you need to work up to it. But guys, if you want to get actual results from this, then it needs to be trained heavy like any other strength exercise. And if you are using anything less than your body weight, then you're probably not going to see the results that you're looking for. If you are a 200-pound man using a 100-pound sandbag, you need to step up your game if you want to get results. Now, something that tends to surprise people on the front carry is how much it smokes their forearms as well as their traps, and it's because they are in this contracted position holding on to a heavy weight for an extreme long amount of time. But what people also don't understand is how smoked it makes your biceps. In fact, some of the most sore and just destroyed my biceps have been after extremely long and heavy keg carries. Now, I know a lot of people say that's not really working your biceps because it is a static hold holding against your body, and I would agree with you. If it is a lightweight, then yes, you can hold it to your body and move kind of as one. But if it is an appropriate weight, a heavy weight, like a 300-pound keg, then it is not a static hold. What it is 1 million micro adjustments and basically 1 million mini curls with 300 pounds for an extreme long length of time and an extreme long time under tension. The amount of stress that something like a 400-meter heavy keg carry will put on your biceps is way more than you're ever gonna get with the worst and hardest curl workout of your life. Now, another great point about front carries is that you don't need any special equipment. Yes, ideally you would have a sandbag or a keg, but you can get both of those for absolutely free if you have a little bit of ingenuity and you wanna do a little bit of a DIY project. But anything of cumbersome nature and heavyweight will work, whether it be picking up a log or a rock or outside or a training partner or whatever the case may be. You can figure this out and add it to your training because it is an absolute game changer. The one thing that I would tell you guys is that if you are new to this and your work capacity might not be exactly where it wants to be, or maybe you don't do a lot of athletic movements and most of your training is more static, then I would add these in on your leg day, like a squat day, simply because it's going to smoke you more than you think. And if you put it before or after a lower body day, then it's probably going to hurt your main mover more than you would like it to. And the second exercise I want to talk to you guys about is the heavy farmer's carry. Now, I know a lot of people are currently doing farmer's carry, but they are not going nearly heavy enough to get the results that they are looking for. Guys, when I talk about heavy, we're talking around body weight in each hand, at least as a minimum. So if you are a 200-pound man, that means you have 200 pounds in this hand and 200 pounds in this hand. If you're using a trap bar, then it is 400 pounds total. But it needs to be heavy to get the results. Now, heavy farmer's walks can be done a number of different ways, whether it be using traditional farmer's walk implements or a heavy set of dumbbells or kettlebells or a trap bar, or a lot of people now are using kind of traveling farmer's handles, which if you guys look up a company called Spud Inc., you'll see an example of this, but a lot of people are making their own DIY farmer's handles that they can throw into their gym bag with nothing more than some toe straps or even just some basic rope. There really is no reason to not have these as part of your strength routine, and I know a lot of people do, but I'm telling you, train them more seriously and they will become a game changer for you. When you're talking about a full body exercise, you can't do much better than the farmer's walk. You are working your forearms, your traps, your upper back, your core, your legs, your calves. Absolutely everything is getting worked, but a lot of people don't understand how much bicep involvement that happens. Now, yes, if you're doing the farmer's walk correctly, your arms should be as straight as possible, but just with every single grip intensive exercise, even something like a bent over row, you are going to have some sort of passive bend in your arms. Now, since you are not in a supinated position, this isn't super dangerous unless you are trying to do something like a hammer curl with your body weight in your hand. So I wouldn't recommend that. But as you start losing grip, you are going to start bending your arms, and just the stabilization and the amount of weight and time under tension that is going on your bicep, you're going to be shocked at the adaptation that comes through that. Now, again, guys, if you are new to the farmer's walk or you haven't been training it that seriously in your program, then at the beginning, I would throw these in on your deadlift day because you're going to be working a lot of the same muscles and you don't want it to take away from that main mover. However, just like with the heavy weighted front carry, once you guys understand how this works into your routine and how your body's going to respond and what the recovery is going to be from such things, then I would encourage you to add it into your program however is going to work best for whatever goals you're working towards. But that's it, guys. That is what I have for you today. Like I said earlier, I'm not telling you to stop doing your curls and your calf raises and your shrugs, but I am saying I have not done a curl since high school, and I haven't done a calf raise or a shrug in probably about 15 years. I'm not saying that those things aren't necessary for certain people, but I am saying for a lot of lifters out there, if you just take your heavy weighted front carry and a heavy farmer's walk and you take them as a serious main mover of an element of your programming, then you'd be shocked at how much other assistant stuff becomes unnecessary. So I hope that does help you guys out. And if you guys are in the market for one of those COVES speakers, make sure you visit the link in the description box down below to save yourself 68% on an awesome holiday gift, either for somebody that you love or maybe even yourself. So guys, I do thank you so much. I will be catching up with you later in the week, but until I do go out something amazing in your lives, keep working hard, people. Be nice to each other. I love you guys. I'll see you then.